Hey everybody, those of you who are here at the moment, we are going to be starting in about 10 minutes. That's just going to give everybody time to get their answer sheets ready. I am here if you have any questions regarding the answer sheet. We're going to go over the rules here in about 10 minutes, and I'm monitoring the chat, so whenever you have a question, just pipe up. There's about a 10-second delay on the stream, so if I don't answer your question right away, that is why. Okay, I will be back in about 9 minutes now. Yes, also let me know how my levels are. That would be helpful. Looks like we're having some weird stuff with entering your team name on the form. I'm going to fix that real quick, and I will let you know when that is fixed. Okay, try entering your team name again. That should be working. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Film Trivia Friday. Hopefully, this will be a recurring thing. Hopefully more people are watching than just my family, but if not, that is fine. We're gonna keep going with it. So hopefully everybody is having a good time with their answer sheets. Please pipe up if anybody is having any issues or it's given them any trouble. So, unless anybody is having issues, we're going to go ahead and move forward with the rules. Okay, so there are going to be 3 rounds. Oop, let's get rid of that. There are going to be 3 rounds of 10 questions. All the answers are going to be submitted at the end of the night. So you won't know what you have right and what you have wrong until the very end. No cheating, please. Don't Google anything. That would just be dumb. Okay, put your answers on the answer sheet. Do not type them into the chat, or else everyone's going to see them, and no one wants to see answers to the questions while watching the video. If you do Google anything, do it to double check spelling, because we're using Google Forms to do this, and they will only accept answers that are spelled correctly. Now, I did my best to include every possible spelling of a word and have that mark as correct, but you should check your spelling to make sure. On that same note, also type all your answers in all lowercase, and don't include any punctuation like periods, apostrophes, colon, etc. Like if a movie has a subtitle or someone's name has an apostrophe in it, just leave it out. Again, I did my best to include all possible cases and spellings of things, but to guarantee that you get credit for a correct answer, type in all lowercase and no punctuation. So, that is everything. Let's get started with round 1. Round 1, title that Tarantino. So I'm going to be showing you a series of still images that are cropped in really close. Each image is from a different Quentin Tarantino movie, and you have to identify what movie it is. So we're looking for the title of the movie here. Going first with question 1. Name that Tarantino film. I'm going to give each question like 20 or so seconds, and then we will move on. Yes, Sarah, there's going to be a delay. That's just part of streaming. There's going to be like a 10-second delay. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. Name that Tarantino film. Okay, moving on. Question 3. Okay, I'm seeing more people come in a little late. If you are coming in late, that is just fine. Feel free to skip back a little bit in the stream. You don't need to be watching this live up to the second. I'm going to give, 5 or 10 minutes at the end for anybody who's coming in late to finish writing in all their answers. So if you came in late, feel free to go back to the beginning where I am explaining the rules and you can see the first couple of questions that you missed. And pardon any toddler noises or anything in the background. Okay, next question. Question 4. Okay, moving on. Question 5. I'm getting an error message from YouTube saying that the something's up with the audio. I think it's probably just being dumb because there's moments of silence. But if there are problems with the audio, please let me know. Okay, next question. Question 6. Oh, okay, that's good that there's no audio issues. All right, question 7. Okay, question 8. Question 9. And final question of the round, title that Tarantino. Question 10. Some lewd tattoos. Okay, that is the end of round 1. Again, real quick, for anybody coming in late, feel free to skip back to the beginning where I am explaining the rules. You don't have to be watching this live to participate. You can still submit your answers at the end, and even if I wasn't streaming anymore, you would still see what your score would be. Okay, we're going to move on to round 2. Rated G for graphic. Identify the family movie using the IMDb Parents Advisory Guide. So on IMDb, for those of you who don't know, there is a Parents Advisory Guide that is user submitted, so people can go in on there and describe any potential not suitable for children scenes in a movie that parents might not want their kids to see. Um, and it's ridiculous because some like hard rated R movies still have the parents' guide as if there was any chance of a child being okay with watching that movie. But on the other end, there are some children's movies that are just fine, but there are some paranoid helicopter moms out there that really want to monitor what their kid is watching. So, for all of these questions, I am looking for just the title of the film. Okay, we are going to get started with question 1. Okay, what film is this scene from? Monkeys destroy a kitchen, throw knives at 2 young children, scare several people, crash a car, and damage a shop. And again, these are all family films rated PG and G. Again, the hint is monkeys destroy a kitchen, throw knives at 2 young children, scare several people, crash a car, and damage a shop. And yes, to answer Hannah's question, they are children/family movies, not necessarily just rated G. So rated PG for pretty graphic too. Okay, moving on. Question 2. A character points out a boat in the far distance and calls it a butt. What film is this emotionally scarring scene from? Once again, a character points out a boat in the distance and calls it a butt. Okay, that should be a pretty easy one. I think that's one of the easier questions I have on here. Moving on, question 3. A baby dinosaur wanders into the mouth of a larger dinosaur. Its mother pulls it out just before the larger dinosaur snaps its mouth shut. What is that family film? Again, a baby dinosaur wanders into the mouth of a larger dinosaur. Its mother pulls it out just before the larger dinosaur snaps its mouth shut. Okay, moving on. Question 4. Helmets turned on their side are vaguely shaped like a woman's breasts. A character jokingly replies, "Thanks for the breast hat." Again, helmets turned on their side are vaguely shaped like a woman's breasts. A character jokingly replies, "Thanks for the breast hat." Do you think in the future I should add music to these sections? I thought it might be distracting and people might be listening to other things in the background while they're watching this. So I chose not to include any. Anyways, on to the next question. The main character watches a scary movie in which a giant brain starts eating a man's head. Spooky. Again, the main character watches a scary movie in which a giant brain starts eating a man's head? Okay, question 6. A witch falls off a cliff and a giant rock falls after her. The witch dies, but it is not shown. One more time. A witch falls off a cliff and a giant rock falls after her. The witch dies, but it is not shown. Okay, next question. This is a weird one. The antagonist pulls up his sheet whilst looking at pictures of another character. An erection is implied. I personally do not recall this happening, but afterwards I'm going to have to look up this scene. Again, the antagonist pulls up his sheet whilst looking at pictures of another character. An erection is implied. Okay, next up, question 8. A character grabs his boss by the neck and tosses him through 4 office building walls. A character grabs his boss by the neck and tosses him through 4 office building walls. Okay, question 9. A salesman threatens to cut off a character's hand after she gives an apple to a child. A salesman threatens to cut off a character's hand after she gives an apple to a child. Okay, and the last question of round 2. A character slaps his friend with his own dismembered arm. Again, a character slaps his friend with his own dismembered arm. Yes, Hannah. For the Tarantino category, each question is a different Tarantino movie. There are not any repeats. 10 Tarantino movies, 10 questions. Okay, we're going to move on to round 3, the final round. This is going a little shorter than I expected. I predicted this would take a lot longer than it is, but maybe short's a good thing. This is the final round. Again, 10 questions. This is the Critics' Choice Awards, year 2000 through present day. Do you guys need more time on each question? Or do you feel I'm giving you guys enough time? Yes to which question, Sarah? Okay. Okay, well, everything seems fine except for Grandma Terry there, so. Um. Okay, round three Critics' Choice Awards 2000 through present day. Okay. Question one. This is probably the hardest round. What trilogy, beginning in 2011, won Best Visual Effects for all three of its films? Name the trilogy, not each individual film. Oh, there's a typo. The correct answer is within the full title of all three films. So, like, let's say the answer was Star Wars, which it's not because Star Wars didn't begin in 2011. You would just say Star Wars. You wouldn't say A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Just the name of the trilogy slash franchise. Okay, moving on. Question two. Who won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Actor for his part in the 2014 film that won Best Picture at the Oscars? Who won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Actor for his part in the 2014 film that won Best Picture at the Oscars? Okay, moving on. Question three. The 2006 winner of Best Foreign Language Film is almost entirely in Japanese, yet it is an American film by an American director. Who is the director? The 2006 winner of Best Foreign Language Film is almost entirely in Japanese, yet it is an American film by an American director. Who is the director? Moving on, question four. What song won Best Song in 2012? Hint, the title of the song is the same title as the film. What song won Best Song in 2012? Hint, the title of the song is the same title as the film. Okay, question five. Nicholas Winding Refn won Best Action Movie for what film? Nicholas Winding Refn won Best Action Movie for what film? Okay. Question six. Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead fame won Best Score for what 2007 Daniel Day-Lewis film? Again, Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead fame won Best Score for what 2007 Daniel Day-Lewis film? Okay, question 7. What director has won Best Sci-Fi/Horror Movie twice in the last 5 years? Again, what director has won Best Sci-Fi/Horror Movie twice in the last 5 years? Question 8. Saoirse Ronan didn't win Best Actress for her work in Lady Bird, but she did win Best Young Actress in 2009 for this film. No, Sarah, you cannot put last name only. Saoirse Ronan didn't win Best Actress for her work in Lady Bird, but she did win Best Young Actress in 2009 for this film. Okay, question 9 is worth 2 points, so on your answer sheet you'll see a question 9A and a question 9B. It does not matter what order you put the answers in. You can use A or B for either answer, but there are 2 answers. Jennifer Lawrence helped director David O. Russell win Best Comedy 2 years in a row. Name both of those films. Again, put the name of one film in each question box. Jennifer Lawrence helped director David O. Russell win Best Comedy 2 years in a row. Name both of those films. And the last question of the round, another 2-parter. Same rules as last time, just one answer in each question box. In 2008, 2 women were awarded Best Actress. These same 2 women co-starred in a 2006 film about a fashion magazine editor and her assistant. Name both women. In 2008, 2 women were awarded Best Actress. These 2 women co-starred in a 2006 film about a fashion magazine editor and her assistant. Name both women. Okay. That was the last question of round 3. But a bonus question! This one is worth up to 5 points. You will get 1 point for each one that you get correct. Okay, so on your answer sheets, there's going to be a list of 20 films. Here are the posters for each film. 5 of those films are in the IMDb top 20 highest rated films of all time. So go through that list of 20 films and mark yes on 5 of them and no on the rest for being in the IMDb top 20 highest rated films of all time. If it helps, I believe the average IMDb user is male between like 25 and 40. So that can affect what is considered the greatest. Naming off those movies real quick, we've got Silence of the Lambs, Inception, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Seven, Alien, The Lion King, Spirited Away, Forrest Gump, Star Wars A New Hope, Saving Private Ryan, Psycho, Joker, Life is Beautiful, It's a Wonderful Life, Godfather Part 2, 2001 A Space Odyssey, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Interstellar, and I put Inception on there twice. There's probably one that is not included on the poster there, or I just put Inception on there twice. Okay, so once you get that filled out, go ahead and submit your answers. It'll just tell you your score. It won't tell you your it won't tell you what the correct answers were for the ones you got wrong, but we can quickly go over all the questions and reveal the answers here. I should be able to see. Okay. Oh my word, Sarah. Sarah only got 2 out of 37 points. Oh boy. Maybe I made them a little too hard? I don't know. All right. Hey, David Byrne is in the house. 18 out of 37. Lone Mama coming back with 14 points. Slag fam. Hey! Jacob and Laura in the house, I think. Alright. Hi guys, it's good to see you. 16 out of 37. Alright, I've got more than just my family. Hey! So it looks like Hannah Shy, are you stuck? Oh, Shy, 25. Very nice. And Hannah and Amona with 21, also pretty good. Okay, so 25, that was Shy, right? I believe that Shy wins. Yeah, Jacob, I intentionally made him pretty hard. I was not expecting anybody to get a great score, but you know, I wanted. Oof, Shy, yikes. Yeah, I wanted you to feel like really good if you were able to figure something out, but hopefully I didn't make anyone feel too dumb. Okay, so if anybody doesn't want to go back and see answers yet, let me know. If not, we are going to we're going to go back and quickly go over the answers. Okay, I'm not seeing any objections, so let me just skip back here. Do. Okay, so question. Oh, just looking at the chat. That's good. Okay, so this first question, that is from Kill Bill Volume 2. When she is buried alive. And she uses the 3-inch punch technique to punch her way out of the coffin. Okay, question 2. That is... Oh, yeah, Hannah. Hannah, did you somehow spell... did you somehow spell Kill Bill wrong? If you spelled Kill Bill wrong, it's pretty rough. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so, yeah, okay. Well, you know in your heart that you got it right. Okay, okay, question 3. That was the Hateful Eight, when someone poisons, Kurt Russell's coffee. And then question 4, that was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Leo has his little freak out after blubbing his line in that Western scene over and over again. These toaster pastries are from Pulp Fiction, when Bruce Willis is wandering around the apartment right before he sees John Travolta and shoots him. If you remember that scene, he shoots him right as the toaster pastries pop up from the toaster. This is from Death Proof. I have never seen Death Proof. That being said, I also had Google accept Grindhouse, because that was like the name of the double feature it was a part of. And I also had it accept Grindhouse Death Proof and Death Proof Grindhouse, like all of them. Okay, question 7. That is from Jackie Brown. That is Samuel L. Jackson's character. I also have not seen Jackie Brown, so I need to do that. Question 8. That glass of milk is the Jew hunters from Inglourious Bastards. Question 9, that is also Christoph Waltz's character's thing, his giant tooth on the top of his dentist car in Django Unchained. And then question 10, of course, is from Kill Bill Volume 1. Those knuckles belong to Buck. His name is Buck, and he likes to tattoo his knuckles. Make your own trivia, science lady. Okay, question 1 on this. Monkeys destroy a kitchen. This is from Jumanji. Yeah. Those monkeys are causing trouble throughout that whole movie. Question 2, that is from Finding Nemo. Question 3, this is from The Land Before Time. Yes. Question 4, that is from How to Train Your Dragon, the one with helmets, the boob helmets. Question 5, that is from The Iron Giant. And Hogarth is cuddled up in his tent. Question 6, this is from Snow White. I had it accept Snow White, as well as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, as well as Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. So you could have spelled it with an F or a VE, and it would still be okay. Okay, question 7, that's from Shrek. Apparently Lord Farquaad gets a boner while looking at a Princess Fiona. I do not remember that at all. But I'm gonna have to. Shrek isn't streaming anywhere, so I don't have a copy where I can look out for that. I can picture the scene. Like I know he's like looking in the magic mirror and he's like, Princess Fiona. But I do not remember that detail of it. Okay, question 8. That is from The Incredibles. That is Bob Parr, or Mr. Incredible, throwing his Wallace Shawn boss. Question 9, that is from Aladdin. Do you know what the penalty is for stealing? I always thought Jasmine was just really dumb in that scene. Like, I know that she's not used to being in the streets, but surely she would be self-aware enough to know not to just steal someone's apple and give it to a kid. Okay, and then the last one of that, question 10, that is from Toy Story. Woody slaps Buzz with his own arm after he knocks his arm off trying to fly and goes a little crazy. Mrs. Nesbit and all that. Then this last round. So this is Planet of the Apes, the new one, starting with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and then Dawn, and then War. I never saw War, but I like that first one all right, and then the second one was really good. I don't know why I never saw the third one. Question 2. This was Michael Keaton. That Best Picture winner was Birdman. I thought The Hobbit. Wow. I thought this one was kind of funny because like Michael Keaton's like big scene in Birdman is when he is like screaming at a critic, telling the critic how like useless her job is. And so it almost seems like some compensation that the critic's choice was Michael Keaton. Okay, this 2006 winner, this is Letters from Iwo Jima. Another one I haven't seen. I thought that this was a weird one. I didn't know that you could just make an American film in another language and take home Best Foreign Language Film. That seems like cheating to me. Oh, sorry, but the question was who the director is. That's Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. Question 4. This one was easy, right? Skyfall. Sarah, is that one of the ones you got? You didn't get Skyfall? Come on! Alright, well, that one was Skyfall. This one was Drive. This one was a really simple question, but not very many people know that director's name. But yeah, he directed Drive, and that won Best Action Film. Yeah, that one is pretty hard. All right, question 6. This was There Will Be Blood. He is a real human being. But yeah, 2007, There Will Be Blood. That's the only Daniel Day-Lewis 2007 film. Kind of weird that one best score, because like it's definitely memorable, but it was a lot of just like industrial sounds. Okay, question 7. This was Jordan Peele. He won for Get Out and Us. Question 8. That was for The Lovely Bones. Anyone else remember The Lovely Bones? I think the world has forgotten about The Lovely Bones, because why? I don't know what's to remember about The Lovely Bones. Okay, 9A and 9B. The first film, again, it doesn't matter what order you put these in, but the first film was Silver Linings Playbook, and the next one was American Hustle. Not really a fan of either of those. Okay, and then the last one, the two women were Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep. And the film I was referring to was The Devil Wears Prada. Okay, and then this last one, the top. Okay, I'm glad Mom remembers The Lovely Bones. Okay, so the ones that were in the IMDb top 20 were The Godfather Part 2, Life is Beautiful. Oh no, sorry. Whoa, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong list. Let me pull it up here. Okay, sorry. So, The Godfather Part 2 was there. Forrest Gump. 7. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And Inception. Looks like I forgot to include Citizen Kane in the actual slide. How anyone could think that 7 is one of the best movies of all time is just beyond me. But people really like it. Yeah, Spirited Away is just way, way, way better than 7. But yeah, that's it. So I'm thinking I might like do this every first Friday of the month. Because I enjoyed writing the questions, and I think the majority of my time was spent like making all of these, um, like making this Film Trivia Friday screen and like finding out how to work Google Forms and all that stuff. But now that I've got that figured out, all I really have to do is write more questions. So I think I'll do this more often. Um, that lasted about an hour. Did you guys like that runtime? Because while I was making it, I was debating between 3 and 5 rounds. Okay. All right. Well, very good. I'm glad that everyone. I'm glad that everyone liked it. Awesome. So yeah, I'll be thinking up more questions for next time. Probably a once a month thing. I think like every week is definitely way too often, and then every couple weeks is kind of pushing it. So all right, I guess next time would be June 5th. So yeah, let's plan on that. I will make more questions for then. Until then, thank you everyone that tuned in and everyone who is watching this, watching the replay of it. And we will see you next time.